All right, looks like we're set up again here. This is another test. Sorry if it's annoying to anyone to have to see all these tests, but I want to see kind of just how well it actually streams. Okay, cool. So I see that I'm streaming live on YouTube. I want to do another test to see if I'm streaming live on Twitch and Kick, and after that, we are all good. Oh, and I still have not added Kick to my favorites yet. Let me see here. Okay. Yeah, I'm in. Hell yeah. Social media. Okay, cool.
All things in one.
All right, let's see. Okay.
All things in one.
All right, so I am now finally streaming on all three platforms fully live. Yeah, I'm very excited about that. Was able to figure it out. Took me a little bit, but nothing too crazy. All right, so right now, one of the things I'm trying to do for OmniHR is build a brand presence. In my opinion, building a brand right now, as well as developing a culture for an organization, is going to be more important than a compensation structure. What I mean by that is that if you have a company, and it could be a well-paying job, but you hate where you're at, you hate your company, you don't like what's going on, then you're less likely to be fulfilled in that role. As opposed to, let's say, you're at a company that's maybe like a small mom and pop shop, and maybe the pay is not that good, but they really do care about the team members. It really does feel like a family. Like things like that, in my opinion, are going to end up mattering more than having, a higher salary or having, the job title of your dreams. So just stuff like that, I think, is going to be even more important. And so building the presence of the company and, myself as well, I think that having a CEO that is well known and people understand is beneficial in its own right. Being able to understand someone and being able to follow someone, those are huge benefits. And feeling like you have an open dialogue with someone is really important. And I had a podcast yesterday with Becca, my wife, and we had a conversation where she basically said, where we were on opposing sides. She said that it didn't matter so much if you're an entry level position, like whatever, like it just doesn't matter. And I'm like, I completely disagree. You could be a cashier at a McDonald's, but at the end of the day, you're who that customer sees. Like you are important. And the reason that some of these really big companies end up doing worse is that they treat their team members like cannon fodder, or they treat them like they don't matter, when that's not how you should be doing it. So I'm not gonna go too crazy into business ideas and things like that. I really just want this to be a way for me to be able to answer any questions and be able to kind of talk to people who may be considering starting their own business or just struggling with life. I am still pretty young. I don't want to make it seem like I'm old or anything, but I have been in the Navy for 8 years. Did three different deployments, green side, so I was with the Marines. Two of those were deployments were with Force Recon, and then the last deployment was with a special purpose MAGTAF for the Air Group. So doing like quick reaction force. So, I have experience with that. I've been a supervisor at like a warehouse with like UPS since I was like 18. Um, so just, I have plenty of experience and, not growing up in what would be like considered like a normal situation. My parents, my mom, she was born over in Cuba and actually came down here to Florida, and then I was born down here. So I actually was the first of my family born here in the U.S. My mom didn't speak any English and learned it all after she got here. Uh, so I think that my perspective is maybe a little bit different from a lot of other people, a lot of, college students and things kind of going on right now. And that's really it. Like, I just kind of want to spend some time, talk to people, see kind of what's going on in the population right now, and get a little bit more perspective. So that's really it. I look forward to talking to each and every one of you guys. I'm not going to stream for too long today because I got to go pick up my daughter from school, and then we're going swimming. Bye, everybody.